Hello there. Who are you and why are you here? Who are you and why are you in my house? Look at that. That looks like a postcard right there. So happy Sunday morning, everyone. It's me, Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Paris. And you can see my snarky website at McAllisterTVOnline.com. And if anything should happen to my YouTube channel or any of my other social media, you can always find me here at McAllisterTVOnline.com because I'm not going to stop making videos, and I have lots of social media accounts, and I'm going to start doing live streams and interviews. And speaking of interviews, this afternoon at 5 o'clock my time, I'm going to interview Gene. And Gene is ex-military. He is a remote viewer. He's also a decoder. He knows a lot about these people, their religion, and their coding and what they're actually saying. And apparently Obama's been sending code. Friday night, I put Ellen DeGeneres, who was talking as if she was just so sad that George Floyd had been murdered and that people were being murdered all the time. Meanwhile, she's got that John Paul Bosque t-shirt. They think we don't know. They think we don't know. They've been getting away with this for so long. The thought that we know what they are saying and what they're doing and what's on their t-shirts and all of it doesn't even occur to them until after the fact, because you notice now it's wearing different clothes. It's not wearing that t-shirt anymore. So I think it's all coming back to them now. Now, before I get started, I want to talk about this time stop. Rumor has it that Loretta Lynch is trying to get Maxine Waters involved in the time stop thing because her skin is so bad that it's clearly her dancing raisin days are over. And even when she went to the reunion recently, there was an ugly scene. Somebody caught a picture of it because somebody said something about her skin and her face, as well they should. So because the rest of the raisins look really good. Maxine, you see, she stole James Brown's wig. It's not a she, it's a man. It's a man. Anyway, that will be addressed Friday night, because I'm going to do this Friday night a Hollywood is Burning, and it's going to be all about gender inversions. I'm going to keep doing things about this gender inversions because once you see it and once you know it, you'll never be able to unsee it. Never. And people need to wake up to this. This is far more dangerous than people think it is. And Maxine's one of them, Mad Max. That's its real name. So anyway, before they're all trying to get her to order some, she's going to need a case of it. And this sale is only going on. Right now you can get 15% off with coupon code TIMESTOP15. And if you get in there before both Loretta Lynch and now Maxine Waters, they're trying to get her to look better because of the trials coming up and also the interrogations, because you got to really make a stupid face if you want to get a good deal. And speaking of George Floyd, this is being taken down all over YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Twitter, but probably YouTube too. That's. I don't know if this is a YouTube video. I think it's like an Instagram video or something. But this is somebody claiming to be George Floyd's twin. Can you just cut me one small break? Just one. It's like having a bunch of 3-year-olds just wreaking havoc everywhere. That's how you can tell they're panicked and that they don't have the upper hand anymore, is because of stuff like this. There is not any doubt in my mind that this guy never was killed, okay?
This message is for you. Do not speak on my brother's name. I'm making you a promise. You will not be in the White House come November. You would not be reelected. I'm telling you now. You see how the whole world stood together, arm to arm, race to race, everybody standing for love. 50 states, 18 countries. That's what me and my brother Floyd did. So we coming to get you out the White House. Donald Trump, don't speak on my brother's name. That damn sure wasn't a compliment. Just know, the 18 countries and the 50 states that protested.
It's not on YouTube. I have no way of downloading it. So I had to go ahead and record it off the screen. And I did it last night without a microphone because I didn't know if it would be there in the morning. So sorry about the quality of it, but you get the idea. He's now coming back like Marie Hilly and pretending to be his own twin. No, no, no. So all this happened for nothing, and the guy's still alive, pretending to be his twin. Take that in for a moment. And you think the white hats don't know about this? So I just wanted to share that before it went away. And as you can see, Carly Q puts, I'm not suspicious at all now. Listen carefully, the more you know. And it's pretty outrageous. Oh, but look, we have this. Timothy D. Jaffet, attorney at law, Corpus Christi, Texas. The real George Floyd died 3 years ago. Now is the time to approach your leaders. I saw a black man who I played college football against allegedly killed on camera 30 years later. But guess what? That is not the same guy. I was his lawyer. He died 3 years ago. Now, this is a little hard to read, but I'm going to read it to you. It says there's a lot of questions about the Floyd George situation. Why, number one, why does one photo from behind show the man on the road is not handcuffed and the video from the front that he is handcuffed? Number two, why is the cop car in the restaurant surveillance video different than the one Floyd was lying behind? And it says, in parentheses, different car numbers, question mark. Number three, why were the cops in the surveillance footage that arrested him different than the police in the actual incident? Number four, why does the video show the diesel fuel price as 99 cents instead of the regular price in the area of $2.49, question mark? Number five, why does Derek have a completely different police badge on top of a second police badge matching his partners if they all work for the same precinct? Number six, why is it not odd that both officers, Tu Theo and Derek Chauvin, have both previously been investigated for excessive use of force and not charged by State AG Amy Klobuchar? Additionally, Officer Derek Chauvin is married to his partner's sister, Kelly. Number seven, is there any cop dumb enough to continue kneeling on someone's neck for 8 minutes when they're surrounded by people and being video recorded? Number eight, is it possible for the deceased cousins and fiance to be completely tearless during interviews? Number 9, 10. Why does the main cop have one hand in his pocket most of the time he's kneeling? Number 11, why did the kneeling officer appear completely cool and calm as if he was posing for the camera? Number 12, doesn't it seem strange that Floyd and the officer that kneeled on his neck worked security together on the same shift at the El Nueva Rodeo Club? The officer for 17 years, both were laid off because of COVID virus. Well, what are the odds of that? Number 13, why did the neighborhood of this officer say that they didn't know he was a cop and never saw him in uniform? Number 14, why has the same attorney been hired with all the other big supposed police killings of blacks? Attorney Benjamin Crump, The same attorney, I know this guy, Crump. I always say his name like that, Crump. Hi, I'm Benjamin Crump. Crump here. My name is Crump. When you got a fool in front of you, you're going to find they come in all sizes, shapes, and colors. This guy's a fool. Crump. The same attorney that worked on previous cases that resulted in buses bringing in rioters from outside the city. Well, this is a network, and we know it now. Our eyes are wide open, sir. Number 15. Why does store surveillance video show Floyd calmly and submissively walking with the officer and not resisting arrest while the officer gently allowed him to sit down on the sidewalk, and multiple officers calmly chatting with him? Is this the kind of suspect that a police officer would feel the need to put on the ground and place his knee on his neck? 16. Why did the EMT workers wearing police uniforms, including bulletproof vests, roughly handle and dump the unconscious George on the stretcher? This is not how trained emergency workers lift a person with a possible neck injury. Why did they not attempt triage or try CPR? 17. Can someone really not breathe when someone kneels on his neck? And is the victim really able to speak for considerable periods of time if he can't breathe? I mean, common sense. 18. Post-killing. Why is a white man that looks like an undercover St. Paul cop in black and riot gear mask carrying a black umbrella, walking around breaking windows, and others dressed similarly, starting fires and instigating a riot? Is this reminiscent of Umbrella Man during the JFK shooting? Number 19, why were almost all the rioters leading the destruction of the neighborhood at the beginning of the riots white and not from Minneapolis? That's what, you know what, this is one of the biggest questions I've always had, and I make a joke out of it, but now I'm serious. Why are all Black Lives Matter white? I mean, they just managed to round up some black ones because consistently they've been white, because I've been making jokes about it. It's all the white people are the Black Lives Matter people. And it seems like black people don't really want much to do. Well, why would they? Most of them, look, I work with black people. I grew up with black kids, went to school with them, went to their houses after school. I mean, I know a lot of professional black people that make a lot more money than I do. I've worked for many black people. So why would black people, professional people, want to leave their houses and go out and do this? Because of something it doesn't even make any sense, okay? So, back to this. Why is a white man that looks like an undercover St. Paul cop in black and riot gear mask carrying a black umbrella walking around breaking windows, and others dressed similarly starting fires and instigating riots? I mean, why? Black patriots, you should share this information with all your friends, because this is white people instigating this. This is the Democrats. They were the KKK. Look at what they're doing. They're trying to get professional people to come out of their homes and do this. So, good luck with that. But they're white. They're white. They're white. They are the racists. They are the ones that are calling us the racists. They are the racists. They don't want you to find out that that there's so many diverse Republicans. I doubt if any Black Lives Matter or even any Antifa are watching this video, but my point is that Black patriots should be spreading this information, because it's really infuriating. And they're trying to do that too. But I think the fact that these white libtards they're not even libtards. They're demonic entities, I think. And lizards. I think they might be lizards, seriously. People. Number 20, why did the chief of police make it a point that those inciting the riots and arsonists were not from Minnesota? Number 21, why was a CNN news crew not only detained but also arrested? All of these are facts you can research. So I do believe that these things are these are traps. And just quickly, I want to go over these two stories. First of all, Pelosi's daughters were arrested for breaking and entering at a liquor store right here. And yeah, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The mother probably put them on. Well, if you had Nancy Pelosi to go home to, wouldn't you break into, I'm surprised they didn't break into a pharmaceutical drugstore or something. And speaking of problem children, here is a skank if I ever saw one. Well, again, I repeat what I just said. If you had to come home to that thing, that walking amoeba with a permanent scowl on its face and two Chinese, made in China, eyeballs stuck in its head somewhere. You can't see it because of the folds, massive folds of flesh. I mean, it looks like Jabba the Hutt with a suit on and just a slit for a mouth. It says, really, you'd need an elephant gun to take him out otherwise. That was a joke. Because he's so big and fat and ugly. You'd need plenty of ammunition. That was a joke. Nobody has an elephant gun. That's how you could tell it's a joke. Nobody in this country, not a working one anyway. I mean, why are they breaking and entering into a liquor store? Why don't they go just rob their mother's refrigerator or bar? Why don't they just go visit mom and steal from her? I don't get it. So on that note, Truman and I hope you have an amazing evening and rest of your day, and we are signing off.